Alright, how we doing, guys? It's Dino here from Fundamental Guitar. In this lesson, I'm going to be showing you how to play I Heard Love Is Blind by Winehouse. It's a fantastic song, especially for solo acoustic guitar and vocal. It might not sound as fantastic with my vocal because I'm singing in the low octave. It's more suited for a female vocalist, obviously. But it's just a great song and it's really good if you're getting into the jazzy kind of chords. As always, Amy Winehouse, she's going to be always using the minor sevens, major sevens, dominant sevens. So hopefully you'll have a bit of prior knowledge with those kind of chords, because this song was a little bit more difficult than the other ones that I've done lessons for. You're going to be playing like minor 7 flat 5s, 7 sus 4s, there's some 9s in there, 13. So don't worry, don't get intimidated by the sound of these chords and think that they sound too difficult. All I'm saying is you're going to just need to have a little bit of prior knowledge, at least with the major 7s, minor 7s, dominant 7s, and have a little bit, decent amount of dexterity in your left hand to deal with the barring and the transition. So as always, going to start by playing, singing some of the song, and then we'll go into a lesson. We're going to go into a close-up after that and start breaking everything down. We're going to look at the timing, we're going to look at the chords, the transitions, all that good stuff. So let's begin. I couldn't resist him. His eyes were like yours. His hair was exactly the shade of brown. He's just not as tall, but I couldn't tell. It was dark and I was lying down. Okay, that's like the verse and most of the song really, those chords in that order, kind of repeated through in different sections. But there's a bridge in there as well, so have a quick listen to that. What do you expect? You left me here alone. I drink so much, needed to touch. Don't overreact. I pretended he was you. You didn't want me to be lonely, so how could I put it so you understand? I didn't let him hold my hand. That's going back into the verse, the chords that we played for the verse there, right? So that's how it sounds. Let's go into our close-up and start breaking everything down. Okay, so we're going to start with a D major 7 chord. So didn't have any problems with that. We've got our triangle shape here, barring on the 5th fret, 5th string, 5th fret is our D, that's our root note, and D major 7 chord here. I'm going to be plucking the middle 4 strings. Okay, so D major 7, slide it down 2 frets, C major 7, slide it back up, back to a D major 7. Okay, and the time in 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can hear the changes there, the movement, it's split bar, but the change is happening on the 4th beat of the bar. Okay, and when we go from there, we're going to go to our next 2 chords, which are going to be F sharp minor 7 flat 5 to a B7. Okay, and let's have a look at the let's have a look at the transition. So from a D major 7, right, just take that shape and move it up 3 frets. 1, 2, 3. So though we're about to play an F major 7 chord, right? But what we want to do is, instead of barring the 8th fret there, use the index finger to play the 5th string in the 9th fret and leave those 3 in that triangle position. Pluck the middle 4 strings. F sharp minor 7 flat 5. So that's our F sharp, that's our root, that's the position for minor 7 flat 5. I'm going to explain it on another chord in a bit. So from there we go to a B7, commonly played like this, but as you can hear, it's quite tricky with the bar. This far up the neck, it doesn't really sound as cleanly for me as playing it with this finger in, using the thumb to get the bass note here. It's the same notes, the same strings being plucked. I'm plucking 6, 4, 3 and 2 here for the B7, and the timing is going to be 1, 2 and 3, 4. So the change is happening on the end as a push, so 1, 2 and 3, 4. Let's put that all together and hear how it sounds. So I couldn't resist him. His eyes were like yours. His hair was exactly the shade of brown. Okay, and then from there we're going to go to an E minor 7. He's just not as tall. To an E minor 7 flat 5, but I couldn't tell. Back to a D major 7. It was dark and I was lying down. So E minor 7, no problems playing that. we shouldn't have any problems playing that. So now I want to explain to you what's happening. E minor 7 flat 5, the clue's in the name. It's an E minor 7 with a flattened fifth. So here is our E minor 7 chord, right? We're playing the root note, here's the E, 5th string, 7th fret. We've got the flattened third here, which is making it a minor chord, so that's second finger, and the third finger here is playing the 5th, so that's your 1 flat 3 5, and this the open string that we've opened up is in the bar, that's playing the flattened 7th, so that's making it a minor 7 chord. It's just 1 flat 3 5 flat 7, and then the 5 now, if we was to flatten it, literally by doing this, there we go, that's now an E minor 7 flat 5 chord. Right, it's not very practical to play it like that because all your fingers are squashed up and the bar's going to be a bit shabby, so preferably use your tips of your fingers rather than a bar and play it like this. But that's the theory behind what's happening. You're just taking an E minor 7 chord and you're flattening the 5th note by just moving it 1 semitone down, okay? And the way that I like to play the flat 5, minor 7 flat 5 chords is think about playing a major 7 chord 1 fret below it, so here would be an E flat major 7, and then just take the index finger and now play the 5th string in the fret above, so in this case the 7th fret, and middle 4 strings, that's going to be your E minor 7 flat 5, yeah? And then from there we'd go into our D major 7 to end it. And then she repeats the same thing again, so you are everything, he means nothing to me, I can't even remember his name. Why you so upset? Baby, you weren't there, and I was thinking of you when I came. So there's our linking chord, guys, that's going to take us into our bridge. So off the back of that D major 7 chord, we're going to go to an A7 sus4 to an A7 chord. Alright, and really nice sounding chords to take us into our bridge. So how do we play that? So get the A7 sus4, index finger is going to play 4th string in the 2nd fret, second finger is going to play the 3rd string in the 2nd fret. If I put my 3rd finger down in the 2nd string 3rd fret, that'd be an A major, right? That'd be the C sharp, that's the 3rd. But I want the 4th, so we're going to put that on the 2nd string in the 3rd fret, so that's the D. So now it's making an A sus4 chord from the 5th string down, open A sus4, so we're playing 1 4 5 here, and now pinky's going to go on the 1st string in the 3rd fret, that's the G flat, which is the flat 7, so now it's an A7 sus4 chord. Really nice sounding chord. Going to go to an A7, which is an A with the middle missing. That A there is your A, the 1, basically with the open G string, which is the flattened 7th, so it's an A 1 3 5 with the flat 7, making it an A dominant 7, yeah? So the timing is going to be 1 2 and 3 4, another push, 1 2 and 3 and 4, okay? And then we're going to go from there into our bridge. What do you expect? You left me here alone. I drink so much, needed to touch. That chord looks a bit crazy. I've got an alternative for it though, so let's start breaking it down and I'll show you that and an alternative. We're starting with an F sharp minor 7, right? Commonly played, or you might have seen it with the bar, but for this one we're not going to play any kind of bar because of the transition to the next chord. We want the tips of our fingers. Going to play, index finger is going to play 6th string 2nd fret, then we're going to go 4th string 2nd fret, 3rd string 2nd string, all in the 2nd fret, plucking those strings, 6 4 3 and 2, F sharp minor 7, and for the next chord transition, index finger is going to play 4th string in the 1st fret, and then that 2nd finger is going to move up and play the 5th string in the 2nd fret, and now pluck the middle 4 strings. That's a B9. It's a very common change from there to there in jazz, and it's really easy and it sounds really great, and the progression, the root note here is the B, so it's a B9. We're not playing the 5th, the F sharp, but it doesn't matter, don't worry about it. Play the middle 4 strings, B9, slide that up to the 7th fret, which that's an E, right? So now that becomes an E9, yeah? So far we've got a bar of F sharp minor 7, 1 2 3 4 to B9, 1 2 3 4, and then E9, 1 2 3 4, and then we're gonna crazy chord here, A13, sorry. It looks quite tough. It is actually quite tough. There's a stretch going on. How do we play it? Index finger is going to play 6th string in the 5th fret, then the 2nd finger is going to play the 4th string in the 2nd fret, 3rd finger is going to play the 3rd string in the 6th fret, pinky's going to play the second string in the 7th fret, and we're going to be plucking 6, 4, 3 and 2. Really nice jazzy chord there, G, A13. So to give you a little bit of theory here, then this is the A7 chord. The second finger here is playing the 5th. If you was to sharpen that by putting your pinky on the 2nd string 5th fret, so you go from a A7 to an A7 sharp 5, and then if you sharpen that again, the 5th becomes, sharp 5 becomes a 6 obviously, and because we're playing the 7th in here already, the 6th is also the 13th, so we stack that on top of the 7th to make it an A13 chord, right? So it's easier to play it low with that rather than using your thumb with that stretch. So if that's too difficult, which it probably will be for a lot of you, I struggled myself when I first started learning that chord, then replace it for now with this chord here, which is an A6, so bar the first 4 strings in the 2nd fret and play from the 5th string down, A6. So we're basically playing what would be an A, right? But normally with the A, the E's open, but we're playing in F sharp, and F sharp is the 6th note in the scale of A, so that's why it becomes an A6. So I'll play the 2nd line of that bridge with that chord in there. So don't overreact, I pretended he was you, wouldn't want me to be lonely. Okay, so that sounds cool. We'll go from there back into the verse, which is the D major 7, and I'll run through it because she's just repeating stuff, just so you get an idea of the order. So how could I put it so you'd understand? I didn't let him hold my hand, but he looked like you. Yes, he looked like you. Though he wasn't you can still trust me. This ain't infidelity, it's not cheating on my mind, but he looked like you. And this is how we're gonna end the song. But I heard love is blind. Okay, so our last 3 chords there, off the back of that, verse chords. Really, it's a bit of a strange song. It's not your typical verse chorus, verse bridge chorus outro kind of song. It's more of a ballad, so it's just, that's 2 different sections there, your verse kind of section and then your bridge section. So when we finish off that sort of second half of the verse part, we're going to go to this chord here, which is a G/A, and then we're going to go to we're actually going to be an A13 and then a D major 7 chord. Okay, so let's have a look at how to play them. Index is going to play 2nd string 3rd fret, 2nd finger is going to play 1st string 3rd fret, 3rd finger is going to play the 3rd string in the 4th fret, and the pinky is going to play the 4th string in the 5th fret from the 5th string down, which is A, G/A. So we've got A in the root, yeah, as the bass note, and then from there we're going to go to A13 really now, because there we played A6, but now we're leaving the G, open G there, which is the flattened 7th, so now the 6th, the 13th stack on top to make it an A13 and then a D major 7. So that's barring the first 3 strings in the 2nd fret from the 4th string down. So it's the same as what we're playing D major 7 here, but it just sounds a lot nicer to end the song here with the D major 7. Alright, there we go guys, that's the lesson. Hopefully you understood everything that's said, hopefully it all made sense. If you've got any questions, as always, give me a shout. It's always good to hear back from you guys, so let me know how you're getting on with the song. Let me know if there's any other songs similar to this that you want me to do lessons for. And yeah, if you want to get in touch via Twitter or Facebook or anything like that, the links are all there on my channel page. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the lesson, and I shall see you again soon. Take care.